just like. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Hey, sorry about my voice. I got the typical cold that everybody has this time of year. It was pretty nasty. I'm down a little weight though, so that's good. All right, guys. First week. What does A1 mean? A1 is such an overrated race. It's essentially our Daytona. It's our Super Bowl. Jacob Vincent, what up? Thanks for joining me. Doc77, what up? Happy New Year to you too. Hope everybody's doing great. If you got this nasty cold, I feel for you. It's brutal, but I'm on the right side of it. My voice hasn't corrected yet, but I feel so much better. So, Jacob, what's up? I remember you. Yeah, you were there with your girlfriend. What's up, brother? Hope all's well, man. Hope you had a good holiday season. Yeah, Jacob was at Straight Rhythm with me up on top there. We watched that whole bad boy. So, guys. Oh, sorry, Jacob, ex-girlfriend. I get that, man. I got an ex-wife, so I feel for you there. So A1 is something where it feels like it means so much, but it doesn't. It's one race, and I broke it down into. Sorry about my voice, guys. It is what it is. It's this nasty cold, and that's why I haven't done any videos over the holiday season, just because I literally couldn't talk. I got to where I just could talk finally. So we're just going to have to bear with it. I broke this down. So you can't, the whole saying, you can't win the Supercross series in Anaheim, but you can lose it, is very, very true. I broke it down in how many points you'd need to win a championship typically. So every race in the 450 class is exactly 5.8% of the series, which is not a lot when you actually consider it. And Eli Tomac's point total last year to win the title averaged 20 points per race. Yes, he sat out the last one. He could have done more, but that's what it's going to take to win this series is approximately 20 points per race. So while you're not going to lose it, oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing is you can miss A1, you can win the title. It's 5.8%. And if you get on a good roll and make up those 6 points from 20 points to 26 points, other places, yes, it helps a whole lot. Especially if you're somebody like Roxon coming in here with a lot of question marks. Yeah, and you can say the Suzuki, blah, blah, blah. He has a lot of question marks. And yeah, Barsha, my point exactly. Barsha's the king of A1. And how many titles has that got him? It makes for a great first half of the season, but that's one race. That's 5.8% of the series. That's not a whole lot, to be honest with you. And what's crazy is we spend this whole offseason prepping. And it's all towards A1. And then for round 2, you got 6 days to scramble and get ready. And then 6 days, and then 6 days. And it takes till about the 4th race till we really find out where the series is going to lie. So while this is fun, and as a fan, I absolutely love Anaheim 1, it doesn't mean a whole lot in the big picture. As long as you can get out of there with some points, with something positive to take from it, and just learn. There's some other guys that it's going to mean a whole lot for. It's going to mean a whole lot for the KTM guys. Roxon, some of these people are coming in with question marks. What A1 can do is it can either confirm that you have a problem. Doc, I'll get to that in a second. He said, who is my favorite this year to win? I think I already picked him once. It's Jason Anderson, I believe. But sorry, guys, I'm like Hopper now. I'm digressing. So anyway, well, you can't win it. You can lose it. But guys like the Husqvarna guys, they need to come in and they need to prove, and the gas and all these guys on that new chassis that literally sucks. Either they're going to confirm it sucks and it's going to be in all the guys' heads for the rest of this year, or they're going to confirm, oh, we did get it fixed. That was an anomaly. Muppet, I hope I'm not a Walty. What do you mean by Walty? I'm not blowing the lid off anything, just FYI. So I like Walty. I think he's funny. He's somewhat entertaining. I don't know where he gets his information. Some of it almost feels like it's just completely made up. I actually have sources on all my information. So, sometimes I go with 2 sources. Sometimes I go with 3. But if I have gone with one source, but it better be a damn good source if I'm going to go with it. but I have done that before. So you can at least know my information is not fake. It is sourced by somebody. So I will not be a Walty. That said, Walty's somewhat entertaining. I don't mind his videos. I watch them. Um, but yeah, hey guys, and don't forget to show some love to the sponsors: Cooksey Media, EBC Brakes, Epic Garage Designs, Complete Racing Solutions. Um, and then back to my point there. So if the Husqvarna guys, KTM guys, they have a bad round one, it really throws off the rest of the year. They're all in this hole trying to figure out what's going on. They all have a built-in excuse. Same thing with Roxon. Roxon's another guy that has to come out and he has to do something at round one. He can't just mail it in. He doesn't have that solid base like a Tomac, but where we know he's going to get better. He's not Chase Sexton that we know he's going to get better. Yeah, if Webb's not on the box, that could be a problem, or at least top five. And you don't necessarily, the result to me in Anaheim isn't as important as what you show. Like there was that one year when he got like fifth or sixth, but he had the fastest lap time. He did what he needed to do at that race. He didn't win, but he got the confidence. He got the fact that he could make it. Now the 250 guys, that's a little bit different story. The 250 guys at Anaheim, they need to come out swinging. Every single race is 11.8% of their series. That's a lot. Like if you can, I mean, that's over 10% of the series every race. And these guys are on the same coast as Jet. Typically, also in the 250 class, 20 points every single round will win you the title. That's not always true in the 250s, especially when you get an anomaly like Jet, who's going to win almost every race. You're going to have to get up there. You're going to have to ruffle his feathers, and you're going to have to make something happen quick. And if you can jump on him early before he gets into a rhythm, that's a great way to go. So I think Anaheim's more important this year for the 250 guys than the 450 guys if you're not named Roxon or somebody on an Austrian bike. And the good thing, let's see, Nick Stewart, I see your question there. Mookie and Craig are the two best in the whoops. It would be a shame if that bike holds them back. Literally, I have been saying that from day one. They have the two best whoop riders on earth. And that's the problem, is that bike, it just hasn't got through the whoops. I think they may have fixed it. They had a lot of time. I think Paris was a nice wake-up call. And I think everybody that rides that bike with that chassis can thank Marvin and Webb for going over there and letting people know the problem wasn't fixed yet. They have enough resources. I don't see them not fixing it. It just depends. And so we'll see. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Yeah, just the confidence of A1, the offseason prep. What did Craig say? Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Josh, I love that Craig says it's all good. But just like UFC fighters, all these racers are coming in. Best off season, best this, best bike, best everything. The problem is the math doesn't pan out. While everybody thinks they're better and they're going to have better, some people aren't, and that's when we kind of figure that out. I hope Craig I really hope all those guys have figured it out. It'll be a better season if all those brands are competitive with, because I mean, I think Dylan Ferrandis, Eli Tomac, Jason Anderson, and Chase Sexton are going to come out on fire. Like these guys are going to be. Anderson really wants this title, and I think he's the favorite in my mind. You also got Eric West. I love it. Always, you'll always get a shout out when you say Cooksey Mob. I do like that. That's awesome. But yeah, I think those guys are going to come out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of A1 too is guys like Tomac. I really don't think they like it because there is so much fluff. There is. They got to come out and do all these extra press conferences. Everybody's looking at their new stuff. What's my Doc 77? What's my honest opinion about KTM or Kenny on the Suzuki? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read 4 different things at once. I think Roxon is going to be good. He's going to be better than what I've probably said. I think he's going to get some podiums, but he's not going to be a contender. I think we're going to see a guy who's struggling with an outdated chassis, and as comfortable as he can possibly be, he's still not going to be a guy anymore. Is that good enough? Will we still love having him out there? Hell yes. If I had him on a Suzuki versus him retired, I'll take him on a Suzuki all day long. Problem is, I really thought the way he rode this offseason on that Honda, he was going to come in a contender. I felt like it was coming together for him. They've changed the PED testing system. There is no more WADA. There is no more USADA. This podunk company they're using doesn't, they're not going to catch shit, guys. Just FYI, they don't want to catch shit. They want to do this just enough so they can say they have testing. So people say, oh, are they cheating? Um, let's see. Anytime somebody types something bad, I have to undo it. But this new testing system is going to it's just enough for us to say, oh, there's testing. They're not cheating. Meanwhile, these guys can pretty much use whatever they want. And in fact, I would guess that Kenny's going to have enough supplements to get him through this season. And I don't give a shit what they are. And I don't want to know if they're illegal. I don't even care. In fact, I wish I ran out of HGH because I used it to rehab my my new knee. I did knee replacement surgery, used some HGH for 3 months to get, my leg back strong, and it's been amazing. I went off of it, and guess what? I got a cold. HGH also helps the immune system considerably, and that's what these guys need to. So there's a lot of benefits, and that's another reason why I think these guys should be allowed to use it. It's cold and flu season. You're taking them, shoving them in a group of people, lots of people like me who are battling something, and you're not going to allow them to have HGH and some of these other things that could help their immune system, help keep them healthy throughout there. So, but anyway, guys, it's going to take till about round 4 until we know how this is shaping up. And that's when we're going to know how the West Coast Supercross is going to look. We're going to see who our contenders are in the 450 class. But yeah, about round 4, 1 month into it, when we're 20 some odd percent into the 450 series, and we're just over 40% in the 250 West, we're going to know where they're at. And the great thing about that, guys, is then we get an all new East. And that East is going to be stacked with all the guys that dodge jet. So, Cody MacArthur, I'm just going to answer some questions now, guys. Yeah, KTM has fallen off a cliff the last 2 years. Yes, they have. But you got to remember, guys, they have so much development over there. I do wonder about they've gotten so big. They got so many layers of management. It takes 7 different people to approve a change. And that's an exaggeration. Don't quote me exactly. There's probably not 7 layers. There's probably only like 2 or 3. But still, you can't just make the change like you could when you were a smaller company and fix something as quick. You have to run it by an engineer who runs it by his boss, who runs it by the marketing, and they all have to be on the same page, and that can get time consuming. But yeah, they have, but I really expect them to be competitive. I genuinely worry a little bit about the Yamaha. So here's the thing that was so great about the Yamaha, the previous chassis. It was so stable. It was so forgiving and confidence inspiring. That's what Tomac loved. When I hear words like it corners good, it turns good, those things drive me crazy because that makes a bike twitchy. And while engineers and people that ride on small trails love that, some of these guys like Eli who are pushing this thing to the absolutely maximum, they want comfort. They want a forgiving chassis. And when you make them turn and twitch, they don't do that. Let's see. Arik Larch, I have no idea how to say your name, bro. I'm sorry. Who will win A1? I think we're going to see a surprise at A1, but I don't know that that's even a surprise because A1 is just such a weird race where everybody believes they have a chance. I think Christian Craig's going to win, guys. I really do. I think that they've got the whoops figured out. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I don't know. But I believe Christian Craig will come out in giant whoops and take A1. I don't think he's going to be a title contender, but he's going to be there in specific nights, and he's got some of the most talent. And yeah, I don't know, Jacob. I don't know if he's going to skim him like he did on the Yamaha. He might. That's the thing. We're going to find out. That's literally the 2 guys I'm looking at the closest for that first round is those 2 guys. I'm looking at him and Malcolm Stewart. If they get through the whoops, guess what, guys? They probably fixed it. NV213. That is wishful thinking. Hey, it is what it is. It's the new year. We all got new hopes, right? So trying to build muscle up, what would you suggest? Austin, well, there's a lot of, that's something I'm going to say you want to talk to Coach Rob about. It all depends. If you want to build muscle, it depends on your age. It depends on what you're building it for. Are you building it for the beach? Are you building it for fighting? Are you building it for racing? There's so many different questions to just say, how do you build muscle? start by just doing your workouts, eating protein. But I'm going to defer. You're going to want to hit up Coach Rob at Complete Racing Solutions. He can get you dialed in. Peacock, I don't know. I have the generic Peacock subscription, Pat, and I think that they're going to. I do sound a lot like Bogle and Chiz, so thank you, Cold, for letting me do that. Muppet, I don't know what you said, but it won't let me see your message. Sorry, bro. Must have been controversial. Let's see. Grayson, Camden Moore. Why is there so much love for Craig when we haven't even seen him on 450 Supercross class outside of races here and there? Why? Because I don't know why. That's a great question. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I remember last year watching him go through those whoops faster than almost every 450 guy. I remember thinking, I think he could win the 450 class that night. And now we get to see that. Yeah, I don't know. NV22, salty BMXer bruh. I don't know what that means. Deep Code, thank you for subscribing. Peacock, need the base subscription plus the extra package for live coverage. Thank you, Deep Code. I appreciate you getting that to everybody. NV213, Roxon wins A1, mark my words. You know what? I'm gonna screenshot that one, NV213. I wish there was a bet we could make. He's not winning A1. There's no chance. I mean, I'm not gonna say there's no chance. Roxon's not winning A1, and he's not a contender in 2023 CK. As much as I want him to, yeah. So. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. My Justin Bogle, Kyle Chisholm voice is just about done. I got to get back to work. So, Nick, hold on. One more question. Nick Stewart, you think Cincerillo feels better this year? I don't. I just hope. See, what he's dealing with is a nerve injury. A nerve injury is almost like a brain injury. They're really, doctors don't know how to treat them. They don't know how to make them come back. You almost have to get some sort of stem cell regenerative type thing that nobody talks about to get that, recovered. Deep Code, you see Jason Anderson going full mental to takeouts, full on the red plate if he gets it? Probably. But I think he's going to keep that red plate, even if he has to kill a couple people on the way to get there. So anyway, guys, thank you for everything. I got to rest my voice. So catch you guys later.